everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another die-cast restoration video. Hope everybody's keeping well and I hope you're all looking forward to this video. Okay, this one was a model that was very kindly donated to me quite a while back by Mr. John Carrington, and I've had it down here in my little man cave ready to do, and I thought it would be a quick one. So I could try and catch up a bit because, you know, I want to try and get ahead. And I sort of get ahead and then I get too busy and then I kind of use all the videos up and I'm sort of back behind again. But anyway, trying to get ahead, and I thought, well, this one will be a quick one, which it wasn't a terribly long one, but it wasn't a quick one as it ended up, you know, as it turned out. It took me a little while, but that was down to me wanting to do more detailing and all the rest of it. But anyway, yeah, so this is a code 3 one, and I've made part of it on my 3D printer, and I do think it's turned out quite well. I didn't expect the part to turn out looking quite as it has. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but I was very pleased with the way it turned out. So yeah, as I say, this one was kindly donated to my channel by Mr. John Carrington, and if you're watching, John, I do hope you like what I've done with this one. Okay, so this one is a Dinky Toys Dodge. Not sure what the number is on this one. I should have written it down before I started this introduction, but I've forgotten, so I'm not sure what number it is. But anyway, they did come, I think it was either in a they did a market garden kind of truck, and they did a was it a drop side, I think, or a tipper. No, they did a tipper. I think it was a drop side tipper. I have done 2 different variations of this one before, but this one is a definite code 3. So yeah, I hope you like what I've done with it, and as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Right, well, let's take a closer look at this one. Now, it's in pretty good nick, apart from the obvious is missing a back to it. Now, I'm not sure, but I would imagine this might have been the tipper version, although I'm not sure because I think probably the chassis cabs were all very much the same. It's not in bad nick at all. Don't think the base plate is bent, or if it is, it's only very, very slightly. Anyway, we'll check that. We'll have to get it off, obviously, so it's one rivet. I'm not sure how that's fixed in there. Oh, that must just slide underneath those bits there. Right. The axles, obviously we'll have to file the axles to get the wheels off, and there's quite a bit of casting lines, quite pronounced ones there that need sorting out. No, it's not easy to see in the camera, but yeah, we'll have to do quite a bit of filing on that. Yeah, so I'm going to make a body for it, and I'm going to do like a code 3 on this one. It's going to have a body that the excuse me, Dinkies didn't do, and I didn't really say what it was, did I? It's the Dinky Toys Dodge, made in England, McKenna Limited. Yeah, I'm going to put a body on it that Dinky didn't put on these, and hope it looks alright. And then obviously it's going to be custom paint job as well. Okay, so we're going to get the tools, the drill, get that base plate off and get the wheels off, and then see what's what after that. Okay, catch you in a bit. Right too, I've got quite a big drill bit here, and that's nice and sharp. Don't want to push too hard. Ouch. That was clever, wasn't it? Should have done a pilot hole, I suppose. I've done a bit of a balls of that, haven't I? Okay, we're nearly there, I think. Screwdriver. Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Not quite there yet. You go a bit more. That's it, I think. Oh, that's it. So yeah, so these two bits here slide under those two little tabs there. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I've just had another coughing fit, and God, that's really paper thin, that base. Okay, so that's that. I might drill that down a little bit more. That's it, and then I'll file the rest. Okay, so what we've got to do now is get the axle off, wheels off. Hang on. Move that out of the way. Hope I haven't been too much out of shot with that one, because I didn't realise I'd zoomed in a bit with my camera. Right, now this is a bit of a funny one, because the mushrooms don't look a lot different on either side. I don't think that there is a thinner one or a thicker one, to be honest. They look both the same, which is surprising. So I don't really know which one. I think probably this one, this side, is a bit smaller. So we've got the smooth edge of the file. Careful of mud guards. And it's got a bit of a big chip out of it as well. I'll have to try and file that. I've got to just see what I'm doing because the camera's right in my line of view. Gotta go quite a bit yet. Oh, excuse the sniffing. I'm gonna have to blow my nose in a minute. Oh, still not enough yet. Trouble is my camera's blocking my view and blocking my light. I can't see what the heck I'm doing. Hang on, this might be better. Nearly there. Nearly there. It will be soon. It will be there soon. Still not quite enough. Take a bit more of that piece there. There we go. That's in. Doesn't take much sometimes. Okay, so that's the back. That's the casting ready for caustic. I've got to get the wheel, the axles off this base plate, so I'll do that off camera. You've seen me get that one off, so that's how I do it. I didn't do it very well this time, nor did I drill the base out very well. I made a bit of a cock up on that. I'm just waiting to go off and do some grass topping for my brother. I'm waiting for him to get me the tractor out, and I thought I'd just do this quickly in waiting. I've not long got back from work, so okay, I'll get all that ready. I'll drill the post out, and then I will come back to you probably when it's been in the caustic, and it'll all be probably cleaned up ready for putting the primer on. Right, okay, we're out the caustic. I've got this new tray, little tray, because I've had a couple of comments about my noisy tin lid and shining a bit, but this is shining as well because of the lights above me. And when I do metal, when I do drilling or whatever, I don't want all the metal bits to go all over the place. You know, I like them to stay in the tray, especially, you know, the drill. When you're drilling, you get all the bits from the drilling, and that's why I wanted to have a tray with sides. So anyway, I'll try this, but there's still a glare on it. I can see it through the camera. So if you prefer this to my tin lid, I've got to use something. If I start putting stuff over the top of these to stop the glare, then the bits stick in it, and then it does end up on the floor anyway. So, you know, it's this sort of tin lid. Right, so I've got this Dremel or rotary tool bit. I've got it in my drill chuck. doesn't spin so fast, so all the bits don't fly out so far, don't get them stuck in your jumper or whatever. So this is how I do it. So we'll give this a bit of a clean. Seen me do it before. You've seen other restorers do it. It's standard procedure. I tend to use these wheels more than any of the other wire brush bits. I use these a bit as well, but mostly these, and then the very small one just for the awkward little corners. Yeah. Should really put a mask on, because you do get a certain amount of powdery caustic left on it, even though I've rinsed it several times and scrubbed it with a scrubbing brush. You still get the residue on it, and it does burn your nostrils and make you cough. So you'll have to use a small one to get into these corners here. That's not bad. I just like to make sure. I think I've got most of it there. Thought I had a spike in my shirt then. Yeah, I'll put that there. Just do the base. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm going to do the wheels now. I'll do that off camera. And then I'm going to have to file those casting lines. So there, on that side, and that across the mud guards, sort of there. Okay, so I'll come back to you when that's done. So we've got to get this bottom bit off. Now that's just the bit that helped it, so, you know, so it could print the hollow bits. It's like, I've forgotten what I call it, but anyway. So I've got to get that carefully off. So we'll do that afterwards. Right, I've just put a little bit of filler in the door. See it there? I used this one, a couple of new ones I've just got. So this is the Humbrol model filler. There was a tiny little hole in the door which I hadn't noticed before. So leave that dry, give that a sand, and then I'm going to go and put the primer on once that's all done. I made a couple of pins to put the back on out of nails. So the back is pretty much ready. I'm going to go and put some primer on that. The base is just wood. This part that fits inside the chassis, the pins go through. So it should look alright. Don't want to put my hand in the door. It fits nicely and the pins go through the holes. So I think that's going to look quite nice. Okay. So I'll come back to you when I've sprayed the primer on. The wheels are all cleaned up there, I've done that now. My drill battery went flat halfway through, so I had to stop. So I can go and put the primer on those bits anyway, not the lorry. I'll have to leave the chassis cab until tomorrow to let that filler dry. Okay, so I'll come back to you when I put the primer on. Right, we've got the primer done on that. Hasn't come out too bad. There's a couple of little bits I need to just clean up. Done the tank. I need to clean up a bit there as well around these little bits. It's, you know, because it's plastic, it's this sort of bits you don't see until you paint. I'm not worried about in there because I've got these bits of pipe which I'm going to put along there. I want to make some fittings on the ends first, so that's going to hide that. So the colours, I thought, I've been sort of doing Google images, and I'm going to do the tank red. Yeah, and then the lorry, the cab, I'm going to do green, sort of a very light green. I haven't made up my mind whether I think I might do the chassis black and red wheels. I think. I haven't 100% made up my mind. I definitely want the tank to be red anyway. Maybe I might do this bit black. Don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Or even just, excuse me, the underneath bit. Although that's going to fit inside the chassis, so it doesn't really matter. I might do it all red and make things a little bit simpler for me. Okay. Okay, I've done the black, and what I need to do now is mask off the whole back part. I don't know whether to do the wings black, whether to mask the wings off black. or to do them the same colour as the cab, which is that green. Don't know what to do there. I think I'm going to paint them green. I know the back ones will be black, but I don't think there'll be enough green if I don't paint those front mudguards green as well. If I leave them black, there'll be too much black on this one. Okay, so I'm going to mask that off. The tank I've painted, but I'm going to put a couple more coats on that before doing the detailing and lacquering it. And I have to make some decals for it. I've got some big ones, but they're obviously too big. They were for a different model, so I'll have to go on my laptop and scale them down a bit, make some smaller ones. Okay, so I'm going to get on with that and I'll come back to you. Right, I've masked that off. I'm going to do the mudguards, the front wings, red as well. Not red, green I mean. I'm thinking red because I've got red on my gloves. I've just been out and given that another coat of paint, another coat of red. So hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Do the cab, this colour. So that's my Holtz Auto Spray Paint. Code HGR02. Probably can't see it in there. There you are. So that's the one I'm going to use for that. Okay, so I'm going to go out and do that. It's nice and sunny now. It's been cloudy most of the day with a bit of drizzle, but it's nice and sunny now, so I'm going to go out and do that and come back to you when that's done. Okay, here we are then. That's what I wanted to do. I need to do some detailing now. I've put a bit of black wash in the grill. Hasn't come out terribly great. I'm going to do the headlights and maybe the door handles, but I'll do the chrome bits on the side there. I'll do that in Molotov afterwards once it's all lacquered and all that. Okay. Okay, right, I made some stickers. I've done it on vinyl sticker paper, and then I made some on the white background water slide decal, and I didn't know which ones to use, but basically I made these yesterday, and I should have given this 2 coats of lacquer. It's only had 1 coat of lacquer, and the weather's been raining on and off all day today, so I can't lacquer it indoors because my missus will go mad at me. So I ended up going with the vinyl sticker paper yesterday. So I finished the tank, and that's it. I'll put the pipes on. Now the pipes, it's just the bits of curtain, you know, for the neck curtains you have the white thing with the springy stuff in the middle and the hooks each end. I just pulled the metal part out the middle, then painted them black, and then I stuck a rivet in each end for the ends of the pipes. It's come out quite nice, this actually, when I lacquered it. Better than I thought it was going to. So yeah, that's that ready to put together. I put these stickers on the doors of this one, but they're probably a trifle too big, so I'm not altogether happy with them. They were hard to cut out, and I've gone a bit too close there. But anyway, that's as far as it goes. I was going to do chrome down the front bit there, but when I've googled the Google images of these trucks, there's no chrome on them. Even these pieces here I thought were chrome, they're not. They're painted the same colour as the rest of the lorry. So I don't need to do really any more detailing there. That's more or less it, what I'm going to do with it. So this is how far I've got with this. So really we're pretty much ready to put the whole thing back together. So I need to I've painted the wheels, and I need to get some tyres to put on it. I've got the wheels here on the end, still on the cocktail, still on the skewers, whatever you call them. So I need to get those off. And I need to find some tyres. So we're getting there bit by bit. Look, that's pulled the blasted paint off. Lucky that's on the inside. I should have probably got them off the skewers a bit sooner. I don't know if they... hang on. That's it. It was a flake of paint that came off the inside. Those are okay. Okay, so it doesn't matter. That's on the inside. Yep. You won't see that. I've forgotten. I haven't cleaned the axles up. So I've got to clean the axles up. They're in there. What else? I've got the base. That's it. So that's all the bits really. Here's the base. That's all the bits. So I'm going to clean the axles and then we'll put the wheels on. Right then, okay, let's get on with putting the wheels on. So put the axle through. The first one. Push it through there. And then through there. And put this one on there. That's it. And then what I'm going to do, I'll pin it over on here. You want to put a bit of kitchen paper, kitchen roll, just to protect just a little bit. Hang on, if I go, where can I go? I don't want this. I don't want this in the. I don't want the camera in the way. I can't see what I'm doing here. That is the trouble. Just be right on the edge. I'm not doing this one. Not enough. Almost there. Yeah, not bad. Is that enough? Yeah, it's enough. I don't want to go too mad and knacker it up. Okay, so that's that one. Right, we need to put the wheel on this base bit here as well. Hang on, let's get a wheel on the axle. There we go. Pulse it through. Can't get it through there now. Let's put this. This one's not so bad because I don't have to be right on the edge of the vice. Hang on. That's holding on now. I'll do a little bit more. Hang on. Right, that's enough, that's on. That's it. Okay, we'll shove the vice on the floor again. Put everything out of the way. Oh no, I've dropped me super glue. I've dropped me super glue. Okay, move back in. Now what did I do with my pins? That's it, that's the, I've got it written down. So this is the front pin and this is the back pin. And I don't know what I've just dropped on the floor, something. Right, okay, so we're going to just put this on. It's going to be tight because of the paint. I'll tell you what, I'm going to just put my glasses. So I can see a bit better what I'm doing. Okay, that's going to be tight now because of the paint. There you go. In. Down. Right. So this is the front one, like I said. So I've got to try and get that through now. So that's through the first bit. Now this is going to be the awkward bit, is getting it through this piece. I don't want to scratch the tank. It's very, very close. Very close, this one. I think it's going. That's in. It ain't going to come out. So I don't think I need to worry about gluing that pin in because it's not going to come out, like I say, not the way that's gone in. That's tight. Okay, so we put this one through now. pretty much in line. That's, oh, scratch the paint now. Oh, and I've knocked my pipe off. Okay, so I'm going to have to put that back. Okay then, well, I'm going to touch that up and stick the pipe back on, and then we'll carry on with it. Right, I've touched it up, I've glued the pipes back on, but the paint I've got to touch it up, I've had to use a Vallejo paint because I've used all the black I had, and that black has got some slightly metallic flecks in it. Because of my paint issues, the black I've got now, I can't use an undercoat on it or primer or anything like that, which is why I had to use what I had left of this one, because I'd primed a whole lot of this. So what I'm going to do is just put a bit of hand lacquer on, because this paint dries matte. So I'll just put a bit of hand lacquer over the matte and then you won't notice it. Same on the pipes. Okay, so let's have a go. We'll put the, I must be careful because I've got super glue a bit on the top of the paper. Hang on, I'll put some more paper there so I don't go and dab it. That's better, safer. Right, so we've just got to put the base on. Oh, I need some tyres. I haven't found some tyres yet. Oh, hang on a minute and I'll just find some tyres. Right, I've just looked in here now. I've got these, what are they, 17mm. I don't know if they're the right size for this, but they're those nice chunky tyres, and I think they look nice on this one. So I've got those. I'll put 4 of those on. I think they're going to be okay. I don't think they'll be too big. We should try them. Let's try them on here. Oh, hang on. Go back into shot. Oh, everything is not working out for me this afternoon. Right, here we go. So they do look quite nice on there. Let's put them on the front. My tummy's gurgling again. They look quite nice on there. That's that one, and then more on here. Lovely, okay. Stay there. She doesn't want to stay upside down now. Right, I'm going to put some glue in there. I've got some left from gluing those pipes back on. It's starting to go off, but it hasn't gone completely off yet. I'll shove that down there. That's enough. My sticker's a bit fat to go down the hole. I think it'll be alright. Hang on, I've got a cocktail stick here. Put some more down there. Wish it would stop tipping upside down. Right inside, look. Now, that's better. Now I've just dropped the cocktail stick on the floor. Oh dear. I missed the bin. Okay, I want some tweezers. Got me tweezers, and I've got me rivet. So let's put the base on. So this slides underneath these. There's 2 tabs under there. You see them, it slides in. So the paint is holding it. It's going. It's in. Okay, so now we just need a rivet. Nice long rivet. excuse me. If I turn it around I might get it in easier this way. And in she goes. Lovely. There. Should be okay. I'll tip him the right way again. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just put some lacquer, hand lacquer, on those pipes, and then we'll be done. Long draw. There we go. We've got some hand lacquer. Oh god, the lid's jammed on that one. Now it's coming. It's coming. So I'll put that on there, and I got some black paint on that now. Right. There we go. Bit of hand lacquer. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. I'll do that and then I'll come back to you. Right, well that's it then. We got there in the end. So that's another one saved from the Dinky scrapyard. And you know, I'm quite happy it's turned out alright now eventually. And I think it looks quite nice. Okay, so before we go, I'm going to do the outdoor shots as per usual and put it on the turntable, compare before and after again, and then yeah, I'll have to say again a special thanks to Mr. John Carrington for sending me this one quite a while ago now. And I also have to say thank you to Michael of DIECAST Salvage in Gravesend, Australia. Go and check out his channel if you haven't already. So it's DIECAST Salvage in Gravesend, Australia. And Michael sent me the links to Thingiverse for this tank. Well, for quite a few things actually. I have printed some other stuff out for another restoration I'm going to do after this one. And yeah, so he sent me the link for this tank and other things. And on Thingiverse, the gentleman who designed this tank and has put the STL files on Thingiverse for anybody to download free of charge, which is very nice of him, is Lee from Time Riders Wee Little Cars. So check him out as well, his channel, Time Riders Wee Little Cars. So that's great. So thank you, Lee, for sharing your designs with everybody. And it's certainly led to me doing what I think is quite a nice little Code 3 model. So thank you very much to all those people. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this one, and if you have, please join me again next time for another die-cast restoration. So cheerio for now, bye bye, abato, see you in the next one.